Have you ever wondered if the distant ancestor of this man could have been an ape? Recently, me and my team were interested in this question and we will consider it in this video. By diving into the topic, you and I will try to find out if Homo sapiens is a product of random chance or the result of systematic evolution associated with natural selection. But why do you think it is so important to study this question? My team and I believe that studying the question of our evolution will help us with predictions of our future development. By looking back, we will be able to predict how we will evolve in the future. To find out the answers, we need to turn to the work of researchers such as Charles Darwin, Lewis and Mary Leakey, Richard Lewin, and Jane Goodall. But sorry, let's back up a little bit. I want to ask you one more question. Do you think it is true that a man whose ancestor is an ape could have written this composition? Based on your answer to this question, you answered no most likely. Perhaps we are the product of aliens and our entire existence is a zombie alien conspiracy. Shit. Now we are moving to the point. To answer the questions posed, we first need to look at the above concepts.
What does genetic accident mean? Genetic accident is a concept that describes random changes in an organism's genetic material that can occur due to various factors such as mutations, arrangements of the genome, or random errors in the DNA copying process. These changes may occur due to various external or internal factors such as radiation, chemicals, or error in biological mechanisms. Genetic randomness plays an important role in the evolution because it can lead to the emergence of new genetic variants that can be subjected to natural selection and eventually lead to changes in the organism and its traits. Looking at this concept in the context of human evolution, we can note that various mutations that have occurred over many millions of years have resulted in new adaptations and traits that improved our ancestral survival and reproduction. For example, changes in brain structure, the development of tools, and the use of fire for cooking could all be the result of genetic mutations that helped humans adapt to different climatic and environmental conditions. In addition, genetic randomness contributed to the diversity of genetic variations among ancient human populations, which also played an important role in evolution. Some of these variations may have been more favorable in certain environments, which contributed to their persistence and the spread in the population. For example, different groups of people may have had different blood types and adaptations to climate conditions, and some people were more adapted to sunlight, so they had a darker skin color, while people who lived in regions with low weight levels and higher skin tones. As an example, studies in genetic by Svante Pablo, they show that these mutations can lead to new genetic traits, including changes that contribute to cognitive abilities.
And after we've looked at the concept of genetic randomness, we need to talk about the second claim. What is the result of evolution? By the result of evolution, we predominantly mean the concept of natural selection, a term introduced by Charles Darwin. The works of Charles Darwin and Louis Leakey shows that adaptation to the environment and socio-cultural changes also played an important role in shaping our minds. The human mind has been shaped by a multi-million-year evolutionary process in which natural selection selected individuals best adapted to changing conditions. The results of evolution can be varied and depend on many factors, including environment, the presence of competition, resource availability, genetic potential, and more. For example, they may include the development of new organs or functions adapted to specific environmental conditions, such as paws in mammals for locomotion on land, or swimming paddles in fish for movement in water. They may also include changes in the behavior of organisms, such as changing the type of diet or social structure to increase survival and reproduction. Thus, evolutionary outcomes are the ultimate changes that occur in organisms as a result of the long-term effects of evolutionary factors, and they can be seen both at the level of individual organisms and at the level of entire populations or species.
Considered both statements, we can safely answer the questions posed at the beginning. First, surely no zombie aliens exist. Secondly, the distant ancestor of this man is actually an ape, and man has passed this way thanks to luck in the form of successful mutations, as well as thanks to prolonged natural selection, which developed in man the necessary skills for successful survival and reproduction. Over time, cognitive abilities have also evolved that allowed this video to be recorded. Thirdly, it wasn't written by a human, it was written by a dumb monkey. Thank you all, goodbye!